Hello and welcome to the College Writing 1 course, which is an introduction to college writing. I'm going to be your instructor, Corey Smith, and I think I've met some of you, but basically what I'm going to do today on this video is I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how the course is structured, how we're going to be able to interact, and then also just some introductory thoughts about college writing, the purpose behind it, and how we hope it's going to be beneficial to you in not only your college career, but also in your future writing context for your career, personal life, and so forth. So I'm going to start by just showing you popularly and a little bit like what the course is going to be like. So I'm going to share my screen here. I've tried it before, so hopefully it should work. And the first thing that I want to show you is the Populi page. So every Monday, I will be uploading a lesson. In this case, you'll see your first one, which is an introduction to the course. And in that lesson, we'll have everything that you'll need for the week. And then you can go to the dashboard, which is where I will be giving you most of your assignments, notifications. I also like to email as well. So always keep an eye on both those things. And you'll find the syllabus is here, and we're going to go over that later under the syllabus tab. So you can always keep that handy. There's different things over here on the side, what you'll need for the course. And then files is where you can find a lot of just different documents and reading material for the course. And then it's pretty much explanatory how the rest of it is worked out on Populi here on the side menu. You will have a couple quizzes over one of your books, but they're not going to be anything scary. It's more opportunities for you to show me that you've read the text and so forth. So let me go to this introduction to the course and what you're going to be having to do this week. So I'm going to share a different screen with you, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about myself, give you an idea about who I am and how I came to be teaching writing. So I want to share with you just this introduction to the course, and I'm going to make this a full screen. Okay, so Introduction to College Writing, it's August 26, 2020, and I'm looking forward to this course with you. About me, born and raised in Kennewick and graduated from Kennewick High. So go Lions. I received my bachelor's from Eastern Washington University in English. And then I went on to study theology at Harvest Bible College in Glasgow, Scotland. And I lived in the UK for 3 years, and I'm still heavily involved in missions work. It's just such a passion of mine. I love going overseas. I love being able to train people and just help them in any way that I can. And then I'm also a licensed minister. I serve in youth ministry at my local church and also for the state of Washington. I'm enrolled in a master's program at ASU for English studies. So that keeps me on my toes as well. I'm just learning a lot about writing and the writing process, and really enjoy the study of composition and writing, which I'll talk about a little bit more. Also, Jane Austen is one of my favorite authors of all time. I enjoy every single book. I enjoy Pride and Prejudice. And so if you've not read it or heard of it or watched it, I just want to encourage you. It's wonderful. And if you are into personality theory, I am on the Enneagram scale. I am a 1, wing 2. So if you're not familiar with the Enneagram, go check it out. It can be a lot of fun to know each other's personality typing through that system. So that's just a little bit about me. I also want to share, this is my dog Leo. He's an Italian Greyhound, and just, I feel like a dog mom. So this is just, isn't he so adorable? So adorable. Anyway, he's a great dog. And my parents have 2 other ones. Their names are Mona and Lisa. And then we decided to name Leonardo after Leonardo da Vinci because we just thought it would be fitting. Anyway, he's a great dog. Hopefully you'll get to meet him in person. Okay, so let's review the syllabus together, and we'll make sure we're all on the same page for what this is going to look like, and then I'll come back to this short review in just a moment. Okay, so let's go to the syllabus, and we will look at it together. Okay. So, hold on just one moment. Okay, I found the syllabus. Okay, so this is oh, this is college writing too. Take that back. So we're looking for college writing 1. Okay, here I finally found it. So this is college writing 1. This is an introduction to college writing that emphasizes critical thinking, essay organization, thesis development, argumentative and proofreading to create clear composition. So you'll write using a variety of rhetorical contexts, which require you to draft, revise, and edit multiple times. This is not a research course, but you will be asked to read and analyze required texts and occasionally use outside resources. So there's quite a few objectives to this course, but we're going to get into a little bit more about what we're going to be developing in this specifically. So the textbook that you're looking for is The Subject is Writing by Wendy Bishop and James Strickland. And we're going to dive into this because I really want the course to be centered around the subject of writing, the writing process, and how it works. You'll also have a supplementary text, which you may or may not have read, but it's Night by Elie Wiesel. It is a piece, a memoir talking about his time in the Holocaust. It is considered a very prominent piece of literature, and we're going to dive into this throughout the semester. So also, since we are doing an online class, I've included some of, I call it netiquette, which is some online etiquette that we can all rally around, which is just being scholarly, being respectful, professional, and polite. Teaching methods, I'm always going to have lessons up on Populi. We'll have reading and discussion. There will be writing assignments. I will be sharing with you the essay format, kind of how your essay should be formatted. On Wednesdays, we'll be having a writing workshop, which you can come into the college from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and you can be with your peers working together on writing assignments. Or if you prefer to do it on Zoom, that's also available. We'll also be doing peer reviews in this course, and all of these I'm going to go over in more detail, but just so you know what it's going to look like. Also, I'm always happy to look over drafts of your writing to help you in the writing process, whatever you might be working on. There's a grading system. We have a college grading standard. Academic honesty. I don't make any distinction between intentional or unintentional plagiarism. So be very careful that you are not using anybody else's words or work in your writing unless you're giving proper citation for them. So for the majority of this class, you will not have to do research. You will not have to go look elsewhere, but you can just focus on your writing and being creative and just doing some fun things. So you're also going to have a schedule in the syllabus, and you will see that the only times that I've listed are Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. So you're only going to have assignments due on those days, or in this case, it's going to be more like Thursdays and Sundays are going to be your due dates for the week. And once a week is finished, I will always try to give you an update what the next week is going to look like and try to make sure that you know what your workload is going to be. So this schedule is subject to change, but it just gives you kind of an idea of what we're going to be working on each week. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. I'm really looking forward to going through this with you. I know it's a very brief overview of our syllabus, but I know you'll have opportunities to look at it and review it. So I'm going to exit out of this and go back to my original presentation here that you can also look at on Populi. So going through the syllabus, this is kind of new for me doing an online course, but hopefully we'll still be able to be interactives and that you'll be able to reach me or talk to me in person if you have any questions. I'm always available for Zoom appointments, and we can always meet those to work on your writing together. So I think one of the big questions that people have is, why college writing? Why do I have to take a class specifically for college writing? And I think one of the reasons why is, over the past century, the subject of composition and the writing process has become a discipline of its own. So we don't just use the writing classroom as a place to debate politics or issues, but we use it as a place to study writing and how we can make it more effective. And that has to do with developing arguments. It has to do with developing style and genre, audience and context. So all of those are part of the writing process, and we want to help you be able to write for any particular context that you might have to. I think writing is one of those skills that I know they always ask, am I ever going to use this again? And the truth is, yes, I have to write every day. I have to write emails, I have to write text messages, I have to write memos and proposals and everything that you could think of. I have to write, and it's from my college writing experiences that I really developed as a writer. And so throughout college, you will have a variety of writing assignments. Every teacher, you're going to learn from the beginning. Every teacher has different expectations for their writing assignments. And this course is designed to help you prepare for different writing contexts. In turn, you will build writing skills that will help you in your personal and professional development. And then we also want to study the writing process so that you can overcome hurdles as you face new writing challenges. So there's so many different genres. In fact, it's almost unlimited how many different writing genres there are. And so what we're really trying to build in this class are skills in writing to help you in the future. It's not that there's just one form and boom, you become good at college writing. It's really not about that. It's about learning how to write and be a better writer, and work within the confines of what assignments and expectations have been set for the writing. We always consider the audience that we're writing to and the purpose for why we're writing, so that we can communicate clearly to whoever's going to be reading it. Okay. So there's many objectives to this course: critical thinking and writing skills, using multiple styles of composition and rhetoric, determining a clear thesis for your papers and whatever writing you're doing, applying appropriate vocabulary and academic style for the context of each paper, and of course learning citation and formatting for your papers. But there's many objectives to this course, and there's many ways to try and assess your growth and development. But the goal overall is to become a better writer. That is the goal of this course. And so the hope for it is that you will become better. And that's part of my goal as well for your learning. There's bedrocks to college writing, which means when I talk about college writing, most of your professors and even myself are going to require some academic essays, is what we'll call them, or college writing papers, research papers, where you are required to organize and develop an argument. And then when you submit that argument, it needs to be proofread, which we will talk a little bit about proofreading and how to make sure you edit and revise your papers so that when they're turned in, they're the best that they can possibly be. So organization, development, and proofreading. It's important that our ideas are not only well thought out and developed, but also that they have a logical sequence, so that when our reader is reading it, they don't have to be like, what was this person thinking? I can't even follow their logic or their reasoning, or they're just jumping from subject to subject. So organization keeps it clear, helps there be flow and style for your reader. Some statements that you will hear me say throughout the course is that good writing is preceded by good thinking. And that really is the truth. If you want to write well, we have to begin with really thinking about it, trying to be creative, trying to really write from a place of, how do I say it, personal reflection and understanding. Fun to write is normally fun to read. So I tell people, hey, if you enjoy writing it, most of the time I'm going to enjoy reading it. And same with your professors. If they see that, you actually took an interest in the subject, you actually tried to look at it from an angle that was exciting or new, it's going to be fun for them to read. They want to see your creativity. They want to see you really rise to the occasion in your writing assignments. And then lastly, empathize with your audience. When we're writing, the main focus is always keeping into consideration who is going to be reading what I'm writing. And if we think about that, we begin to learn empathy in a sense that, hey, maybe if someone's reading this, it's not going to be very clear. It's not going to make a lot of sense. So maybe I can write it in such a way that it would make sense to anyone who's reading this, whether it be my professor or my peers, or maybe you're writing for another context, like a particular group of people that you want to address. However you do it, you want to empathize with your audience. So these are just some of the things that I like to tell students to help them in the writing process. And of course, we're going to dive into a lot of different subjects about writing this semester. And I really hope that you have an opportunity to enjoy it. I know some people are very scared of writing, some people super enjoy it, but either way, just know that you are a writer and that you can definitely always become better. I don't feel like I've arrived in the writing process. I don't feel like I've got it all together, but I do feel like I'm continually shaping and becoming a better writer just through practice and through just different writing contexts that I'm in. So I'm really looking forward to being in this class with you. As you'll see in the lesson, it kind of outlines what's the next steps for you. And one of those is going to be uploading an introduction video of yourself because we all want to meet you and just find out a little bit more about your writing history, which will also lead into our first writing assignment. So please reach out to me if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching this video and for being part of it. I hope that you just enjoy writing this semester and that you will continue to get better and better as you go throughout this semester, because you're going to have multiple writing assignments. So please use me as a resource. I love to help students individually work on their writing assignments. So I'm happy to help with any writing assignments that you have. Thank you so much, and we will talk soon.